Hello, fellow Nigerians. I am recording this video now because I'm perplexed and I'm just asking myself a question. How can we survive and how can we continue like this as a country and as a people? I bought fuel last week at the rate of 940 naira per liter. And the fuel I bought last week is what I'll be using because we also manage where we go to. Now I drove to a filling station today here in Lagos to buy fuel, only for me to discover that fuel is now 1,300 from 940. That is almost 400, 500 naira increase per liter. I went to meet the owner of the filling station and bought fuel, an NNPC filling station. And what he told me shocked me. That the only reason we're even having fuel to buy at 1,300 is because Dangote is refining. If Dangote was not refining, there would be no vehicle on the street because they won't see fuel to buy. And that Dangote has to import crude in dollars, FX. A lot of us are going out from other oil producing nations because our crude oil here in Nigeria has been mortgaged by successive governments in borrowing money from international financial institutions and other countries. In other words, for every $1 billion our government have been borrowing, they have been using our crude oil as collateral. They have been using our crude oil as collateral. In other words, the crude oil over the next 20, 30 years have been mortgaged as repayment source for all the debt our government have been borrowing. All the billions of dollars we are hearing being borrowed by government. Crude oil, our crude oil have been used as collateral mortgage as repayment source for those borrowings. And because we cannot default in repayment with crude oil, NNPC cannot give Dangote the quantity of crude he needs to refine daily to meet even local capacity. Dangote is getting less than 10% of what he needs to produce for local consumption. So Dangote now has to import the balance, less than 10, the balance 90% or more abroad in dollars. And that is why the cost of PMS, which we call petrol, has gone up. Ditto AGO, diesel. Ditto every other refined product. And my question is, this money that have been borrowed, what impact has it made in the life of an average Nigerian?